Hello everyone. So today I am going to discuss about ozone. Clear? In last class we have seen the oxides. Okay. Today I am going to discuss about ozone. Today we will see the preparation, properties and uses as the time permits, or today I will do the preparation and physical property and uses. Then tomorrow we will go with the chemical properties. After this topic I will go with sulfur. Sulfur is very important topic because in sulfur there is a very important question going to come, that is sulfuric acid preparation. Clear? Industrial preparation. So ozone. Ozone first formula is nothing but O3. Yes or no? Ozone is an O3, it's a molecular formula O3. First point, it is an allotrope of an oxygen. Last class only we have seen, no? So oxygen has a two allotrope, that is diatomic and triatomic dioxygen, and trioxygen means nothing but what? Ozone. Clear? Next, it is too reactive to remain for long in the atmosphere at sea level. It is too reactive, it will be remain in the atmosphere. How it is formed I will just show you, but the first point you remember that it is an allotrope of an oxygen, ozone. Next, it is too reactive to remain for long in atmosphere at sea level. Next, it is where it is obtained. See, it is obtained at nearly 20 km high above the sea level, and it act, one more point, it act as protective layer, to the earth. Why? We will see this. See, this is earth, and around earth I have a protective layer, ozone. So this is ozone. How this ozone is acting as a protective layer, this you are studying from standard 9. As you know, sunlight contain three kind of rays. One rays is UV, another rays is visible ray, and third ray is infrared rays. What are the role of these three rays? UV rays, if it comes to the earth, you will cause a skin cancer. Visible rays means what? See, at night time we need light to see each other, but in daytime we do not require any light. Why? Because there is a sunlight. So sunlight, in that sunlight there is a one ray, which ray name is visible ray. So due to that ray we are able to see each and everything, each and every one, and each and kind of every color. So that is visible ray. Infrared rays. See, whenever you put your hand in a sunlight, you will feel heat. Whenever you put your hand in sunlight, you will feel heat. Why? Due to the infrared rays. So this infrared rays is capable to give the heat to the sunlight. Clear? Now what happens? This ozone layer is very intelligent. As we know, this UV rays will cause a skin cancer. So this ozone layer will not allow UV rays to enter into the earth atmosphere, whereas visible ray can enter and IR ray also can enter. So ozone layer will not allow UV ray to enter into the earth atmosphere, whereas it will allow infrared rays and visible ray to enter into the earth atmosphere. Hence, when ozone layer is protecting such a deadly ray which causes skin cancer, that's why we say it acts as a protective layer to the earth. But due to the uses of freons, CFCs, yes or no? Because we are using ACs, refrigerators, aerosol sprays. So this aerosol spray, refrigerator, ACs, these all produce CFC, chlorofluorocarbons, and this chlorofluorocarbon will eliminate the ozone layer, because ozone will get decomposed in the presence of CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons. So if ozone layer get on over slowly, so then UV radiation will come on the earth, and if UV radiation comes on the earth will cause a skin cancer. So at the region place known as really Alaska, there slowly the ozone layer is getting over. So getting over, the English word they have given depletion, depletion, they have given one word depletion. So ozone layer is slowly getting depleted. If ozone layer is getting slowly depleted from the earth, so earth will be completely open for the UV rays, and each and every person staying on the earth will cause a different type of a disease. And as of you know, we are facing a very difficulty with a new disease, corona. So this kind of disease will come on the earth if we are using more amount of CFCs, freons, refrigerator, or number of pollutants, we say as a pollutants. So stop using refrigerator and ACs. Please sleep in fan, don't use ACs. Okay, I want to live long. Clear? So this ozone layer is acting as a protective layer. In this way, ozone layer is acting as a protective layer. Whenever you see listen the word that ozone layer is acting as a protective layer in this way. Now, understood? So how it is generated in the atmosphere? So we are going to see the preparation, three kind of preparation. First, natural preparation of ozone. Second, laboratory preparation, and third we are going to see industrial preparation. So naturally how it is occurring? See what happens, you know, in atmosphere we have oxygen. This oxygen in the presence of sunlight, it get decomposed to form monoatomic oxygen. This monoatomic oxygen further react with number of oxygens in the presence of sunlight only and forms ozone. Clear? What happens? Sunlight will react with oxygen. Sunlight will react with what? Oxygen. This oxygen get decomposed to form the monoatomic oxygen, OO. And this monoatomic oxygen are highly reactive. When this monoatomic are highly reactive, so they will again react with some other element. So they will suddenly react with O2. So this monoatomic oxygen will suddenly react with what? O2 and forms what? O3, that is known as a what? Ozone. Clear? Clear this part? So in this way ozone is generated in the natural phenomenon or in naturally. Clear? So how naturally ozone is generated? So naturally the ozone is generated how? That first sunlight, that is H nu, this is nothing but a sunlight. So this sunlight falls on oxygen, this oxygen get decomposed. When oxygen get decomposed, it forms monoatomic oxygen. This monoatomic oxygen is a highly reactive species. It will further react with O2 and generates O3. Clear? So this is the natural preparation. Another preparation is laboratory preparation. See, in laboratory what it is happening? There is a one kind of a special machine which we say as a ozonizer. And that machine ozonizer was prepared by Siemens ozonizer or Brody and Cold ozonizer. So we have a two kind of machines, or we have a two kind of ozonizer, either Siemens ozonizers or Brody Cold ozonizers. So in laboratory it is prepared by using ozonizers of Siemens or Brody Cold. These are the name of a scientist who made these ozonizers. How? In this ozonizer we are just passing the dry oxygen, and this dry oxygen is undergoing the silent electric discharge. It is undergoing what? It have one kind of a discharge, means you have to just, we should not supply the spark, only just electric current. If it is a spark, it is happening, this kind of voice will come, yes or no? So this is not a silent, when you generate a spark, one voice will come, so that is not a silent electric discharge, okay. So just you have to pass the electric current, where the spark will not come out. So where there is no spark, only electric current, silent electric discharge. Where there is a spark, just electric discharge. Clear? Where there is no spark, just electric current, silent electric discharge. Just to remember. So in laboratory, how we are preparing? In laboratory, it is prepared in a special type of a machine known as ozonizers. These ozonizers are formed by Siemens or Brody Cold apparatus or Brody Cold ozonizers, in which dry oxygen is passed. In which dry oxygen is passed through the silent electric discharge. So this is the oxygen gas. But this is which type of oxygen? Dry oxygen. And we are passing a which kind of discharge? Silent electric discharge. Okay, we prepared a what? Ozone. Here during this we are supplying electric current. To whom? Oxygen. Then only we are getting ozone. Means we are supplying energy. And in any reaction, if you are supplying energy, that type of a reaction is known as a what? Endothermic reaction. So this reaction is endothermic reaction. Clear this part? So what is the first laboratory preparation? In the laboratory preparation, what we are doing? We are passing the dry oxygen gas in a ozonizers. What do you know ozonizers? Ozonizers are nothing but a machines in which ozone is generated, and they are formed by who? There are two scientists, Simons or Brodie-Cold ozonizers. Simons or Brodie-Cold ozonizers, in which dry oxygen is passed through the silent electric discharge. When you pass the dry oxygen gas in the silent electric discharge, a ozone is generated. Clear? As here we are supplying the energy. When we supply the energy in any reaction, that type of a reaction is known as a endothermic reaction. So this reaction is endothermic reaction. Clear? Industrial. So when we are in laboratory, we are taking which ozonizers? Simons and Brodie-Cold ozonizers. But in industrial, we are taking Simons and Hellersky ozonizers. Clear? Please remember, in laboratory preparation, we are taking Brodie-Cold or Simons ozonizers, whereas in industrial preparation, which ozonizer we are taking? Simons and Hellersky. Please remember this name. Okay. So see here. Industrial preparation, we will see of ozone. So in industrial preparation of ozone, it is generated in ozonizers, which is prepared by who? Simons and Hellersky ozonizers, in which we are supplying electric current nearly 8000 to 10,000 volts. Between the aluminium rod, ozone will be generated. So here we are subjecting the dry oxygen. Here in industrial preparation, we are subjecting the dry oxygen in an ozonizer known as Simons and Hellersky ozonizers, in which it is dry oxygen is subjected to the discharge, where discharge will occur between the two aluminium electrodes, and at a very high voltage, that is nearly 8000 to 10,000 volts, ozone will be generated. Here also we are using dry oxygen. In laboratory also we are using dry oxygen. In laboratory we are using Simons and Brodie-Cold apparatus. Yes or no? And silent electric discharge. Here there is no silent electric discharge. A large amount of spark will be generated. So in industrial preparation, which machines we are using? The ozonizer are prepared by who? Hellersky and Simons. How much voltage we are maintaining? 8000 to 10,000 voltage we are maintaining, and we are taking the aluminium rods. So in this we are passing what? Dry oxygen, will get what? Ozone. Another method is what? On electrolysis. If you do the electrolysis of acidic water using platinum electrode. If you do the electrolysis of acidic water using platinum electrode, you will get 95% ozone and 5% oxygen gas. See, for this we do not have any kind of a perfect reaction. You have to remember this reaction. This is a theoretical portion. Clear? So how many preparation we have seen? We have seen first natural preparation, then we have seen the laboratory preparation. Industrial preparation are two. Which is the natural preparation? So in natural preparation, what we are doing? The sunlight is passed through the dry oxygen gas. This sunlight, when passed on the this sunlight is passed on the oxygen gas which is available in the nature. It gets decomposed and forms monatomic oxygen. This monatomic oxygen reacts with or combine with oxygen to form an ozone. In this way, ozone layer is generated in the atmosphere. Next, preparation. How we are doing the preparation? See, first laboratory preparation. In laboratory, what we are doing? We are subjecting dry oxygen in a machine known as an ozonizer, which is who is prepared? Which is prepared by Simons or Brodie-Cold apparatus. Yes or no? Simons or Brodie-Cold. And this oxygen and this preparation does not use any kind of a spark. So where there is an electric current but no spark, we say as a silent electric discharge. So here dry oxygen is passed through a silent electric discharge in a Simons or Brodie-Cold ozonizers. Ozone is generated. As we are supplying the energy by giving the spark. So this type of a reaction is known as a endothermic reaction. Next is a industrial preparation. In industrial preparation, we are using a machine or ozonizer known as Simons and Hellersky apparatus, in which we are passing the dry oxygen gas at nearly 8000 to 10,000 volts of electric discharge, and in the presence of a aluminium electrode. So means the electric current, the voltage, electric spark is generated between two aluminium electrode, and at how many voltage? 8000 to 10,000 voltage. Second preparation is which? Second preparation is on electrolysis. What will you do? On electrolysis of acidified water. If you do the electrolysis of acidified water by taking the platinum electrodes, and if you take the platinum electrodes, if you do the electrolysis of acidified water, you get the ozone and you get the water. But out of water, how much ozone will be generated in electrolysis method using platinum electrode? Nearly 95% ozone and 5% oxygen gas will be generated. In this way, you have to Understand? And you have to remember. So these are nothing but the preparation of ozone. Next we are going to see the physical properties and then we will see the uses. Write down, take a screenshot. So see here, we are going to see the physical properties. Okay, we have only 2 to 3. 3 are only the most important physical property. Clear? Before going to the physical property, we will see the structure. See, so ozone forms two resonance structure, resonance structure, and you know from the chemical bonding points that one who forms the resonance structure are stable. So ozone is stable. Clear this part? So see, ozone structure is like this. Okay. So either double bond here or here. See here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so due to the repulsion between this lone pair and bond pair, the bond becomes weak, bent, sorry not weak, the bond becomes bent and it creates an angle of nearly 117 degree. Clear this part? And its bond length is 128 picometer. So what is the bond angle here? So bond angle comes out to be nearly 117 degree. Bond length comes out to be nearly 128 picometer. Okay, it forms if suppose if this bond comes here, so what will happen now? So now here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so this bond is either here or this bond is either here. So the bond can shift. Okay, or this bond can be on both the side. Okay, partial bond will be there. Clear? So it forms it generates nearly resonance structure. So this is the resonance structures of ozone. Okay, either this bond is here or this bond will be here. If the bond is here, bond angle remains same. Where there will be bond, okay, bond angle remains same and bond length also remains same. And any substance, if any compound, if it is forming its resonance structure, means it is stable. So ozone is a stable. These are these resonance structures. So two resonance structure of an ozone, either this, or you can add on this also. Don't worry. Bond angle 117 degree and bond length nearly 128 picometer. Physical property. First physical property is highly important property because number of questions are coming from the first physical property. That if ozone, if it is a gas, so it will be pale blue color, liquid, dark blue color, solid, dark violet color. Please remember, please remember, please remember. Clear? So ozone, if it is a gas, it will have a pale blue color. If ozone is a dark liquid, it will be having a dark blue color, and ozone, if it is a solid, it will be having a dark violet color. Clear this part? Ozone is not harmful. Okay, or it is having one characteristic pungent smell also. Ozone is having one characteristic pungent smell. Characteristic pungent smell means you can identify that this is an ozone. It is having one kind of a different kind of a smell, which is pungent, which is not comfortable to a human being, which is a pungent, which will not like it, but a different kind of a smell. So it is having a characteristic pungent smell. Ozone is not harmful. Clear? Ozone is not a deadly, but if it is inhaled, above the exceed proportion like 100 ppm, so it will cause a problem in your body. It will cause a nausea. Nausea means you will feel to puke, but you cannot puke out it. Okay, so you will feel a nausea, or you will feel in a breathing problem, or you will feel difficulty in breathing. Okay, so ozone is not a harmful gas, but if it is inhaled above a certain concentration like 100 ppm, so it will cause certain problem in your body like nausea, or we say breathing problem. Okay, or you can develop an headache. Clear this part? Okay, so you can write down the uses also. So write down the uses. Then next class we will go with what we say, chemical properties. Write down the uses. Are you understanding or not? See, this is very important. Physical property of ozone is very important. That ozone, number of MCQ will come from here. Even in competition exam also will come. If ozone is a gas, pale blue color. Ozone liquid, dark blue color. Ozone solid, violet color. If ozone is a gas, pale blue color. If ozone is a liquid, dark blue color. If ozone is a solid, dark violet color. Please remember this. Ozone is not a harmful gas, but if you inhale 100 ppm nearly proportion, so it will cause a problem in your body. You will not die, but cause certain problem like headache, nausea or breathing problem. Clear? Write down. Uses you write down. First use you write down. Ozone is used to sterilize the drinking water. Ozone is used to sterilize. Ozone is used to sterilize the drinking water. Ozone is used to sterilize the drinking water. Next you write down, it is used as germicide. It is used as a germicide, comma, disinfectant, etc. It is used to germicide, disinfectant, etc. Write down. Next, it is used as a bleaching agent. It is used as a bleaching agent for different oils, flour and starch. Flour, F-L-O-U-R, lot, okay. So it is used to bleaching agent for certain flours, oil, starch, ivory, etc. Ivory, etc. See, second point you see here, when ozone on decompose, what it will form? It will form O2 and O. So one who release oxygen, they are known as a reduction. One who add oxygen, oxidation. Remove oxygen, reduction. One who does the reduction, so he is removing the oxygen, means he is doing the reduction, and one who does the reduction is known as an oxidizing agent. So write down. Ozone can be used as a oxidizing agent. Ozone can be used as an oxidizing agent. Understanding or not? Adding of oxygen means oxidation, removal of oxygen means what? Reduction. One who does reduction, oxidizing agent. Now see, this ozone is removing oxygen. So removal of oxygen, reduction. Reduction means oxidizing agent. So ozone is used as a oxidizing agent. Write down. So it is used as a oxidizing agent. Next, it is used in the manufacturing of KMNO4. 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 Okay. Clear this part? So these are the uses, physical properties and manufacturing. So next class probably I will go with the chemical properties of ozone, and I will start the allotropes of sulfur also. Allotrope of sulfur is very easy. Okay, thank you.